Hi, Internet. It's time for another Snake's Favorite. This time, we thought, who better to explain a game than the guy who designed it? So, with no more fanfare, let's introduce the designer of today's game, Grave Robbers from Outer Space, and that would be Steve Tassi. Hi. So, Grave Robbers from Outer Space. This is a game that I designed quite a few years ago. Received a nomination for an Origins Award. Tom Vassell gave it a favorable review. Thanks, Tom. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about how the game plays. Grave Robbers from Outer Space and its sister games all make fun of the cheesy cliches we find in our favorite B movies. And what's the number one thing that a good B movie needs? Well, if movies like Sharknado and Sharktopus versus Terracuda have taught us anything, it's that they need a good name. And that's the very first step to playing Grave Robbers from Outer Space, is everyone needs to make a name for the movie that they are trying to make. This is accomplished by revealing 6 cards off the top of the deck, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and taking a look at them. Every single card in the game has a word written upside down on the card, and this is used to create our title. Once we have 6 cards and their title words to take a look at, the players will rearrange them, work on them until they have what they think of as a great sounding movie title. So I'm looking at these cards and I think, Attack of the Three-Headed Teenage Sorority Thing, Part 4, because everybody loves a sequel. So here's our movie title, Attack of the Three-Headed Teenage Sorority Thing, Part 4. That's a movie I'd watch. And what we're going to do is we're going to write that down, because each of these words is going to score people extra points if they have these cards in play at the end of the game. These cards then get shuffled back into the deck, and we actually are going to start to play the game. Now, the types of cards that you're going to run into in the game, we've got characters. Characters, they're the stars of your film. You want them to live, you want your opponents to die. Characters can be set in locations. There are lots of different locations, but they come in a couple of different distinct varieties. Number one, we've got ones that are good. They're worth positive points. You set your movie in a location, now it's a stronger movie. Then there are ones that are negative points. These are ones that you want to play on your opponent's movies, put them into a bad location. And then there are some that are sort of conditional locations. The Tomb, normally positive value, but when under certain types of attacks, it becomes worth a negative value, and that's dangerous. In addition to locations, you can also pump up your movie by using props. Props have a bonus to them, they will have traits, they will have special abilities, and your characters can own them. Props are a lot of fun to use, and they can, depending on the prop, be used to increase the power of attacks instead of characters. Attacks come in the form of creatures. Creatures like the Mummy. Creatures will have traits as well, special abilities, and they have an attack value. Next up, we've got special effects cards. Special effects cards are unique in that they are the only cards you can play when it's not your turn, and they do all manner of different things. They buff an attack, they buff a movie, they will improve the value of a particular character, they will force an opponent to discard cards, and so on. They do lots of different things. The last type of card in the game are the roll the credits cards. There's 2 of them in here, and what they do is they allow you to end the game early. Anyone who's got at least one living character in their film and a roll the credits card in their hand can play that to end the game. Everybody scores their points. Person with the highest score is the winner. Those are the types of cards you're going to run into. So now let's see the game in action. Players are dealt 6 cards each, and of their initial deal, they're going to take any character cards that they get and place them on the table in front of them. This is their cast. On your turn, what you do is you fill your hand up to 6 cards, and then you start playing cards. So, characters can be given props. For example, I could give the reporter the explosives, eat this, and I could give my high school vice principal a rifle. What do you mean guns don't work? Blam! Works for me. On your first round, no one is allowed to play any cards that affect their opponents. We call this your establishing shot. It is your opportunity to buff your movie as much as possible without interfering with other people's. So at this point, I'm done. Next player can go. Okay, so first round's over. Everyone's ready for some mayhem. I'm going to fill my hand. I'm going to play a location on your movie. So your movie's now set in the fun house. And just because I want to show you how special effects work, I'm going to blow up that location, killing one of your characters. That's what the pyrotechnics card does. Now, for every card I choose to discard from my hand, one of your guys is going to go away. So I think I'll just do one. And so, location, gone, it blew up, and somebody dies. Since I'm the person doing the killing, I'm the person who gets to select the victim. So, Space Bounty Hunter, bye-bye. Here's how attacks work. So, I'm going to use the Blob Monster. It has an attack value of 9. It is an alien, and it is attacking you. You currently have a defensive strength of 10, so this attack is not going to succeed unless I can boost its power to 10 or higher. I'm going to look at my special effects cards, and I do not have any that is going to pump it up, but now Angel has the opportunity to get involved. If you have special effects that can boost a creature, you may use them to boost my creature and kill one of Marissa's characters.
As a matter of fact, I do.
Okay, so normally the Mad Scientist is a creature in his own right, but he can be used as a special effect to triple the value of an incoming attack. So this is now a 27-point attack. Do you have any special effects that you can use to respond?
No.
All right, so a successful attack, the monsters go away, and as the attacking player, I get to choose the victim. So I think it's going to be the bookish girl with no boyfriend and her first aid kit that fall victim to the blob monster. Grave Robbers from Outer Space is a take-that-style card game that's going to appeal to people who have a love of bad movies or just enjoy the take-that-style game, like Munchkin, Cthulhu 500, or Epic Spell Wars Battle Wizards Duel at Mount Skullsfire. Now, you might be wondering why I'm talking about a game that has been out of print since a couple of years ago. Well, the reason is that, like the reboots of classic horror franchises that we've seen in recent years, we know that nothing stays dead forever. Grave Robbers from Outer Space has a future. If you want to know about it, you can sign up for the mailing list, which is appearing on your screen right here.